Hello everybody, my name is Sky. I'm your friendly neighborhood autistic person full of random useless facts, and today we are going to be finishing Horizon Zero Dawn. If you're only interested in the main missions, there will be timestamps in the comments down below, and we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. I apologize for being gone for the last few days. I've just been existing. And sometimes it's hard to exist, you know.
That smell. Trees on fire. The embrace. Watchtower's burning, but the sentinels had time to warn the tribe. She wasn't willing to give up ground. Well, she didn't sell her life cheaply. In the end, I guess that's all any of us can hope for. Stand here. Anything to protect the embrace. The gates couldn't hold. This is Hades' future.
Oh, there are a lot of big scary machines now inside the embrace. That's a death bringer. I think we need to head further and we just need to keep going, keep pushing where we're going to be needed most. Oh, we're in trouble. Need to be faster, Strider.
Another battle. Another defeat. The eclipse smashed through.
We might have trouble.
Stuck in the corner. They're throwing bombs at me on top of all this. Not fair. Okay, I'm getting all around.
Try to run.
Where'd the corruption Stop shooting at me.
Your end has come.
forward.
Corrupted Thunderjaw, all right. The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. If the tunnel collapses, they'll be buried. And I'll never reach the hatch.
That's right! Bring down the mountain!
Oh, well, that was unexpected.
Braves, to Aloy's side, now!
For Aloy!
For the
For our mother!
Varl and Sona, they're still alive.
Back to the tainted earth, demon!
Destroy it!
Faithless and forsaken! You will die!
Shoot, I think I destroyed that other...
Bring down the demon!
That's the death bringer gun that fell over here. I've already used all the ammo. Okay.
The corruption will not take hold!
Strike it down!
Almost got him. There it is.
We did it! Oh, mother...
Finish them!
I missed! Farewell, fool! We did it! Aloy did it!
The threat has passed.
We only helped.
For now.
I thought we would die.
Ooh, we did it.
Aloy, your deeds reenact the old stories. Another metal devil struck down upon the slopes. If you hadn't returned, the tribe would have been lost. You saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl. You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
Are your injuries serious?
Bruises pale. Bones heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and Other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo, ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decisions saved lives. Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here. How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised. But braves, just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even the Karja, in all their red raids, never broke through to the Embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that. I need to go inside the mountain.
And the matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure, but I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see.
Aloy! Oh, you've returned.
Teb?
I'm glad to see you.
Your injuries. Are they serious?
A gash or two. Nothing I couldn't sew back together with a needle and thread.
Guess being a stitcher came in handy in combat after all, huh?
Yes, I suppose it did.
Aloy,
Wonder if
you've come back.
Outfit.
The Seeker. So, you have finally returned.
She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege.
How was this done? By the will of All-Mother. Have you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
Lansra, it's over. It's time to step aside. I'm not gonna hurt you. If there's anything I've learned since the Proving, it's that there are bigger evils in this world than you. Finally.
Hold for identiscan. Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed. Welcome to Aletheia Cradle 9, Brood 1.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped.
What an odd-looking baby doll. Friendly reminder, if you're interested, I will be playing Death Stranding eventually.
So these are... artificial wombs.
The mothers of a new generation hundreds of years ago.
And me? So this was it?
Where you were born.
But why? These look like... cribs.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those... things, the multi-servitors. They took care of them.
There was no one else.
Another day has passed.
You mean the lights got dim? I don't want to sleep, Mother!
I know, but it is time to get some rest.
No, I'm king today. What I say goes. I want to see the real sun, not lights and pictures.
You will, in time, children.
In time, in time, in time, in time, in time, in time, in time.
You okay then? Alright, tell your feelings.
Someday, That's what you always say.
We want it now.
It's big down there.
Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted.
Except yours.
Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds.
Yellow is the color of the sun.
Green is the color of grass.
Flowers can be any color. Take a look.
These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
So this is where they lived? It's a mess. Everything's broken or painted on. How long did they live here?
Children, let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then.
Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and blow off steam.
I have no choice but to release you.
But why?
There is no food here anymore.
But there's food out there.
We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go.
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave and you will learn.
They were trapped here. Their whole lives.
In plain view of luxurious space.
What went wrong? Why couldn't they access the other areas?
Unknown. But you won't have that problem.
Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
It wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
So, what was this place, exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
But why not?
Welcome, students. Please pick up a focus device and place it on the side of your head, just behind your eye.
I had to dredge the pits of the world looking for focuses to repair. And here sat a trove, enriching no one.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day, your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn, so much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline.
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
I will.
Priority message for Dr. Sobek. Please scan message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a great deal.
Are we ready? Okay.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature.
What?
Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. What if... Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
Well, that was a lot. Now we know. I mean, I technically agree with Silence. Aloy doesn't have a mother. She is two. Gaia and Elizabeth. Though, kind of, sort of, in a way. She has Ross still. I mean, well, she did. Well, she's here now. Oh, cool. Inhabitants released, cross-check complete, sealed, data archived, operation suspended, G Prime order received. Runtime recommended, Gaia Prime store query processed, gestation order received, initializing Gaia Prime offline, E9 nutrients depleted, zygote banks depleted, store file viable, waking multi-servitor B123, multi-servitor B123, power malfunction, repair tasking, process, chamber repaired, attached, gestation initiated, power save initiated, runtime recommended, Gaia Prime still offline, viable, waking multi-servitor, power malfunction, repair tasking, Aloy is delivered. 3021, AP04, 930. You were born! Accessing Gaia Prime instructions. B123 transport tasking. Hatch unsealed. Aloy's positioning successful. Hatch sealed. Multi-servitor malfunction. E9 sealed and operation suspended. So she was born at 9:30 and she was put outside the hatch at 10:18. Short trip. Didn't get to stay here very long, but makes sense considering everything was like, it's been shut down for a while.
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Elufia 9. Brood 1 access unsealed.
We'll wait now, but okay. Okay, well, you know what? It's fine. We made it. It's chill. Where were we supposed to go? Because clearly it wasn't all the way down here.
This is going to be interesting.
Okay.
Multi-servitor tasking. What is this?
I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, I missed this when we came in, but it's B123. It's our multi-servitor.
Aloy, forgive! Forgive! The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. what she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
Up!
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be.
Nora! Make way for
Make
Aloy!
way, that she may forge the path for others to follow.
Oh man, that speech always gets me super hype. I love it. She's so powerful.
She's the one.
Aloy, how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you. Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me, said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border. Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Rost never finished his mission?
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast?
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward?
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift and never a burden.
All right, Tirsa, that's quite a story. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position. It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
The Anointed will make the murderers
We love
pay
Teresa.
for what they have done to them.
I just major respect on Rost. You know, like I respected it before for being like a really cool single father who's raising his daughter shunned from the tribe out in the wilds and bringing her up to be as respectful of her tradition, of their traditions as she can be, but also to still be a wild, free person and, you know, have her own being. And like to know his backstory, I can't imagine.
Have you seen the Anointed in action? I pity
Going
any
through
machine
something like that
stands
myself.
against her.
And being so driven by vengeance that I travel the entirety of pretty much the U.S. to track down the people that did it. That's just fucking insane. Major respect to him. We're going to talk to a few more people around here, and then we're going to continue on.
She saw in the mountain.
My life has
think we're
been
ready.
long, but I've never seen anything like that. Tirsa was right. A blessing, not a curse. We were so unsure.
She is All Mother's blessing made flesh. She will
I
destroy
will
the
lead a war
corruption that
party to
still
Meridian.
spreads through the world.
You have my word.
Our fallen tribesmen will call out for justice.
Aloy, how did you do that? We'll go to Meridian, Aloy. I'll bring Mother's spear.
Arana.
Your father is right. You belong here. You both do.
Those who spilled our tribe's blood will pay for their desecration.
Now I see it is no wonder that you saved Nakoa.
The killers did their
Aloy,
worst, but
are
by the will of
favored
the
by
goddess, they could not break us. All Mother spoke to her. It's true.
In all my years, I have never seen anything like that.
Aloy, how did you do that? You entered the heart of the mountain.
Anointed.
Seems you have a special role to play in events. The goddess favors you.
That was... I've never seen anything like that.
The killers did
Of
their
course.
worst, but by the will
I'd
of
never
the
been
goddess,
inside
they
the
could
sacred
not break
mountain.
us.
Until now.
All Mother spoke to her. It's true.
Anointed. I misread the signs. Forgive!
I told you, Lansra, I'm not your anointed.
We lost so many brave Nora to the killers, but they did not shake us from our faith. We still
Aloy.
stand.
I don't know what to say.
Say that you'll see me at Meridian.
Of course. That much is simple. But the rest...
Complicated. I know. But maybe if I took you into the heart of the mountain...
No. At least, not yet. I don't know. Please don't think less of me, Aloy. But the goddess chose you to see that. Not me.
Right. I'll be on my way then.
I always knew you weren't like other Nora.
Neither are you, Varl. Maybe, if we survive all this, I can show you what I've learned. What I'm learning.
Perhaps. If the goddess so wills it.
See you in Meridian.
Introducing Varl to the focus and to everything. That sounds like a fun thing to do in the second game.
There. The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
They slaughtered our tribespeople and thought us broken. But now, we will show them.
The murderers tried to destroy us, but we Nora endure. They are the ones who will be forgotten.
Okay, we are going to see about fast traveling as close as we can. Oh, I don't have a fast travel pack. That's unfortunate. Might be able to make one. Resources satchel is full. Unfortunate. I'm why we can't have nice things. There we go. Alright, we're going to fast travel and we are going to start the next quest by heading towards Gaia Prime and seeing why Apollo was never achieved. Why did the doors never open? And how did Hades get out? If you could stop, that would be great. If you would like to read, feel free to pause. I'm going to give 5 seconds of having this on screen, so that if you want to pause and read it, you can. Okay, and now we're continuing on. Because I would like to find out more and keep moving into the story.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted?
Not corrupted. but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
Duly noted. Let me check real quick. Okay, there is a vantage point in the area, so we're gonna try to grab it while we're up here. Boing. Stream quality's kind of meh.
Stalkers in the open. Watchers on the other side.
I apologize for my stream quality. My PlayStation is doing the best it can. It's a little bit elderly, but it's trying. Okay, I would like to try to sneak my way through here and not fight. I am prepared to fight if I need to, but I would like to not to. Because, you know, resources and time. Y'all let me know if you see him. Oh, I see one up there. You see him? He's clinging to the side. Put a marker on him. Oh, there's another one. Clinging to the side. That's sketchy. I don't like that they do that. I'm gonna try going this way. There's a watcher over there, but he's not what I'm worried about. Buddy, sorry. Also, look at all these foxes that I can't take the time to hunt right now. Oh no, what's that?
Do they think they're guarding Gaia?
I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
I friggin' hate Quinn Hawks. Banes of my existence they are. We're gonna try to do this quietly and stealthily. Because I don't feel like, I hate Quinn Hawks, oh my gosh. Why are they everywhere? Why are there so many? Sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky, sneak. Do you think if I kill him that Gwent Hawk will notice? There's only one way to find out. good. That's fine. I think we can climb up over there. There's a vantage point somewhere along the side. Hey, buddy. You can't hear it, but my heart's pounding out of my chest. I'm like terrified, but I'm just staying calm. Just gonna keep moving. Keep my eye out for that vantage point. I believe that's the final vantage point we have to get. I'm not sure. It's freaking windy. Yeah, I think it's up here. Yeah, sure, why not?
Machine saw me. Guessing that I'm almost there.
Correct.
Of course I missed. Nice, gotta go down.
Been the biggest guard you've got, Gaia.
A good hunt. Yeah, I think that thing's up here.
Snow haze. White as bone. That thought got dark.
Okay, well, the after's a bunch of snow haze, which is unfortunate. But the before... This looks like a giant concrete crater. The giant bay there in the front.
A pocket shit storm tour, day 10. So here's where I learned how the world would end. My second apocalypse in a year. Looks like there's a lot of construction going on now. Why would that be?
Because they were building Gaia Prime. Which is now... nothingness. Like, look at this. It's all ruined. Give me my reward. Thank you. And let's get down safely. That was super safe. And let's go.
Sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Don't look down. Don't look down. Damn it.
Of course I'm gonna look down when you say not to. Why wouldn't I?
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years. And we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
No pressure.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
We're supposed to go that way. Secrets.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You'd think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice.
Mind your footing.
We're going to spend 5 seconds to admire the beauty. Moving on. It wants us to go that way, so way secrets. Way secrets first, always. Okay, we can definitely get up here.
This should be the last power cell I need to get to that ancient armor I found.
This is why way secrets. Now we go way we're supposed to go. We'll do that by taking the Wii. Oh, we may not. No, that is not a Wii for us. We cannot reach that Wii. We're gonna safely get down. I almost launched us there. Just launched right off.
Guess that's my way across.
Not sketchy at all. fact about me.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well...
Don't answer.
I'm afraid of heights. I'm specifically afraid of man-made heights. Like buildings and structures. And it even affects me when I'm playing a game.
Glad that's over.
Are we going down or are we supposed to go up? It's just to go up, I think, so we're gonna drop.
Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
That's what she said. Oh, wait. Who said that?
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
What we got here?
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders, and lottery winners, and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific. None of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself, to a quiet planet, a barren sphere. Just Gaia and her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
Evacuation happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradiseidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given a chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Elizabeth's room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Elizabeth. What is this?
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for. Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing. It should be Liz's decision. So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So... happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Hell, Liz.
That's not the point. You, you got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
Look, Liz, you're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it. You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek. There's only one. I miss you.
Lightkeeper protocol? Silence, wait there for a second. I'm gonna pick up some other things around the area. It's always a vent. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Okay, we're gonna talk to him real quick because I don't want to accidentally move too far forward. I could have sworn there was something else to scan in this area. I can see it on the compass, but I could have sworn there was one else closer. Silence.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
I mean, Aloy, she was pretty badass.
Can't you just for one moment stop calculating and let yourself feel? She sacrificed herself for her friends, for the future, for life on Earth. Doesn't that stir anything in you? The generosity of it.
You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
Really? Dual doors? That seems excessive. Okay. Hello?
All right. Let's start over from Eleuthia 1.
Running integrity tests. Dr. Brochard Klein, may I speak outside protocol?
I suppose so. There's no one to stop you?
Doctor, you are fatigued. You have been logging abnormal sleep cycles. Are you suffering from depression?
Well, I am trapped in a science facility for the rest of my life. How about you?
In a time slice of a quadrillion operating cycles, 10,000 are involved with processing the loss of Dr. Sobek. I have considered quarantining these processes. Do you think that would be wise?
I'm not a psychologist, Gaia, or an AI scientist. No. It is natural. At least in the context of the work you and I have accomplished, which begs the meaning of the term natural. She was your creator, the patron saint of this crazy endeavor, Our Lady of the Fervent Hypothetical.
Even assuming a string of significant failure combinations, Zero Dawn's chances of success are greater than the hypothetical.
It's called a manner of speech, Gaia. Take a note.
That was sick.
Hello, Margot. How are you holding up?
Dr. Unson, I've been getting a lot of messages, unsolicited messages from Ted.
Margot, I'm sorry. With Liz gone, we've got no one to run interference with him. I'll talk to Ted. He mostly wants updates, constant updates, hundreds of updates on things he knows nothing about. Liz used to field all of his crap.
He doesn't understand the systems at all. That was kind of by design. But he's getting pretty sketchy with me.
We just have to keep him happy. Liz always said keep him happy.
Are you kidding? You ever hear how she talked to him?
She was managing him, Margot.
I mean, maybe I should ignore him. He's buried in his pyramid with the Hola Hola girls and Panta Antimon cuckoos. What can he do?
Buried in his pyramid. I always knew that Ted Farrow was a creep. Freaking weirdo.
What are we gonna plug into their heads, Les? A whole lot of history? A whole lot of so-called truth? A whole lot of noise? It's not pablum, Les. It's poison.
Ted? What are you what's where are you going with this, buddy? Why are you being suspicious? Don't be suspicious.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way.
Ooh, that was a good catch, Aloy, because I did not jump for that. Stop rumbling. Stop acting like you're about to fall apart.
Erasure. Addition by subtraction. I can make it better, Liz. With a single stroke, make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
I don't either. Ted will... Me up. Where do I get up at? I can't make that jump. It won't let me up here. Ah. I'm just blind.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the Alphas were in there.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. And what I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
I always knew he was a sick fucker. But damn. Poor Samina. Bless her fucking heart. All of her work. Silencer, are you as pissed as I am?
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust. Scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope. The Master Override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
I'm gonna throw it at his head. Thank you.
Sound good?
Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Duly noted. Whee!
Keep holding, keep holding. You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus. Recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed. right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late?
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus, inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature. And usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
The things you've done in the pursuit of knowledge, Silence. Pure recklessness.
Aloy, This wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment.
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing. I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it? Entity is not known. I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name? Hades. You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine? Define timeline. Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sundam's reign. Define Karja. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me. Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Define Karja. Now that's more like it. Task is complete. Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing? Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer. How inconvenient for me. Come before me. You shall receive your reward. Very well. Healus. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
They're coming. Preparations are complete. Ah, Lucent Bahabas. Behold, as I promised you.
What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow!
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Ahriman understand the glint hawk that perched upon the alight?
It speaks scripture.
Ahriman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O shadow of prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
I read those out of order, but...
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Derval, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
but first, can we fast travel away from here? I don't need to get out further. We got that power cell. Shoot, where is it? Oh, I'm looking right at it. Can I make another? Why are my resources always full? Why is the rum gone? Let's make 3 just in case. And travel down there and pop in that last power cell and get that super cool armor, because that's gonna be super helpful because we're going into the final mission. I'm pretty sure. The mission title was The Looming Shadow, correct? I'm pretty sure that's the last one. I think it's the end. The end. The end. "84 years later." Oh, one of the files is repaired. Just wrapped inspection of Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway. Reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of starship bridges on those cheesy old sci-fi vids. Living spaces for alphas already completed. Prefab modules. Fingers crossed we never have to see ourselves in there. Not that Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week at the Bryce site designing ZD project labs, drawing up protocols. The base we're repurposing was huge, plenty of room for workspaces and residence blocks. The work crews already set up my office lab. I'm not a fan of the glass wall. Guess Murray's intention was to ensconce me as an all-seeing presence. Ugh, opposite effect. Makes me feel watched, on display. Tempted to paint it over. Harris recorded his presentation yesterday. Suitably bleak. Scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception lounge, hollow theaters, and first residence blocks at ZD site are finished, we'll start processing the candidates being held outside Tuscan. 27 already. Extraction teams are prioritizing Pac Rim and Aussie candidates. How scared and confused they must be. Snatched off the street, carted across the world, held in cells. Here's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. Going to catch a few hours of sleep here, then fly back to ZD site. Harris promised delivery of QB lattices by noon. Expect MK1 will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble, and test. I aim to launch Gaia at 06T grounding. From there, I'll spin her up past 10T. I wonder how long it'll take to break the 138T record. MIE can go hang. Sleep. And I think the rest are still damaged. Yeah. Hi, I want to buy some things for you. From you, not for you. Sorry. Do you want something? I can get you something if you want. I can't buy any fast travels, but that's fine, I guess. What did I want? Oh, right. Gimme, 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 gimme.
Looks good.
Yum. Okay, let's find our way back into that bunker. If I remember correctly, we just dropped down from the top.
The scrapes. I'll shake it out later. Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps. There we go, the last one. All powered up. These numbers... they must be related to segments of a circle.
Oh gosh, not numbers again. I suck at numbers. I think... stop yelling at me. I don't know. I'm doing my best. Is that a 3? 3's lopsided, I think. Yeah. Do I have those backwards? I'm struggling. I struggle with numbers. Oh gosh, if you know what it is, just tell me. Oh, my brain can't handle numbers. It's like they all jumble together and I can't understand what I'm reading, if that makes sense. It's like I know what I'm supposed to do, but I can't figure out how to do it. I can't make the numbers unjumble enough for me to think. Okay, this one I think is supposed to be facing up for certain. I think that one's right. I think this one needs to go here. But I had it like that before and it didn't work. Is it maybe this one that's off?
Did it. Let's have a look at that armor inside. Alright, now let's see what we can do with this material.
Yes! I freaking love this armor. Give it to me. Oh, is it in a box? It's always in a box. Let me just find it. Yes. I love, love, love the Shield Weaver. It is, hands down, easily my all-time favorite. Look at it, it's so thick. So if you look up on my health bar, it's now blue, and that is the shield portion of it. It can take impacts and protect her from damage. Now that's the only thing about this, is that once that shield's gone, this thing has no protection from anything. It is one of the weakest armors, like next to stealth armor. But it's pretty hard to bring that shield down, and it recharges pretty quickly once it's down, and it gives me enough time to know, oh, I've been hit pretty hard, I need to move out of the way, I need to reconfigure what I'm doing, maybe get my ammo back up, maybe take a health potion, and I just love it. Also, fall damage. It helps so much with jumping down cliff sides. Would have been very useful to have throughout the rest of the game and not at the end game as we're going to our final battle. But whatever, you know, it's nice to have. Because you know me, I do my best to get down safely and I almost never do. Let's get back up onto the top map. Alright. And let's fast travel to Meridian. Whee! All the way over there. Are you hype? Are you excited? I'm hype and excited. I'm gonna get myself something to drink. Make sure you get something to drink too. Hydrate before you dehydrate. I got a Dr. Pepper Cherry and some water. Man, these loading screens are long, but that's my PlayStation. It's doing its best. She struggle buses some days, but I mean, fuck, she's still working, and she's over 10 years old, maybe? I don't know. I don't know how long I've had it at this point.
Sometimes you just have to sit back, take a breath.
All the years blend together.
My father was always angling to become an alderman. Wonder if this will be the year.
I freaking love this outfit. I look shimmery and mystical.
Praise the Sun King for saving him without bloodshed.
Actually, I should refill my health real quick. There we go. Just go ahead and get it topped off, so that way I don't forget. For Meridian. For the Alliance. For the game. Okay, catch our breath. You good, Aloy? Why am I always here at night? Why is it always night?
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Am I supposed to still talk to him? What?
Have you spoken to Blameless Murad?
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
He wishes to speak.
Didn't he say to tell him? Did he say Blameless to go tell Blameless Murad? Did I miss it? Whatever. Blameless Murad.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
The Sun King's half-brother is finally home, thanks to you.
Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. The ridge will be the front line. That's where the City Guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Alright, so we are going to go check over preparations. Oh, another Sobek journal. Let me grab a drink of water. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of central armature and master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday. So terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute, with a poem, of course. The Building of the Ship by Longfellow. And it's long, alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet, or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes or future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by NATO's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time.
Whatever you can find, get them
Nice.
to the gates.
Let's keep on keeping on. Oh, another one. So quick. Drink of water. Oh, this is the same one that we just read. Oh. Oh, they showed up back to back. And I didn't notice. Just wrapped inspection of Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway. Reactor installed. Plans for control room. Oh wait, we already read this one as well. Wait, what am I doing wrong? You know what was just...
Could you spare a moment to speak of the finer things?
I think it was just a reread. It's doing that. We're just gonna ignore it.
The battle is about to start. Don't walk.
I think we're gonna have to take the elevator down. Yeah.
The main gate will hold.
I don't think this is supposed to be open. I feel like they should have had like a slide option, you know? Don't get me wrong, the elevator is super cool. Like, the fact that they have built... Considering the fact that Apollo was taken from humanity. We did not learn about the arts, we did not learn about mechanism, we didn't learn about this stuff, but we still managed to do all of it. We created music, we created art, we created freaking elevators, and the city of Meridian was built. Like, that's pretty dang impressive. I'm not gonna lie. It just shows the ingenuity that humanity has, and that no matter what happens, we will keep moving forward. We will keep creating. We will keep building. And in many times, we will keep fighting. Such is life.
Don't pass up these goods.
Won't cost you a shard just to look.
The Oseram have gone
All right.
too far this time. Their Vault should die for his crime.
Have you just polished that armor with it?
Of course. We all have our place
Isn't
in
that
the
a
order of
little...
things. What?
Nothing.
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny.
They're cute.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Don't let your guard down.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
Watch out for the Oseram merchants. They'll as soon cheat you as look at you.
Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out of here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Blech. Though, I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium, and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All of the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is give or take 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard today. Amazing.
We're letting the Oseram take...
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If a Thrall were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. I, the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Alita. Be safe.
Huh. So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be more of you.
More of me.
Thicker, I suppose. More of a gear wheel, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well struck.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet. Petra Forge woman. I hail from the Free Heap. I'll be heading back in the next dust storm. Murad asked me to check over the city arsenal first. Cannons have aged well, but I've cleared their throats so they can really roar.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then.
I freaking love Petra. Oh, the bee in me is screaming.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow. Range is good. Try the next. See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
Thank you, Petra. I'll let you finish up.
Honest metalwork is hardly work at all. Look after yourself, Flamehair.
That is going to be a super fun weapon to use.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle?
of Dawn? As many as I have to.
Cinnabar Sands was before
I love it when
Never
you
no
say
survivors.
things like that. It's so...
Well, I don't like
What?
to boast.
cheerful.
Oh, sun, keep the shadow from falling upon me.
Vanasha and Uthid or something else.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion. Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
That's a nice spear, Uthid.
Thank you.
I like the way you grip it.
Nil?
Aloy. They told me your name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. I've thought about what you said. Every time, the wound you gave me caught on my ribs.
But I didn't wound you.
Not by metal. Still, I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy. If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this. The weight before blood is shed. Like the scrape of a blade across your teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed. The battle will be hard.
Hard? I was assured the odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist?
See, this is why we didn't kill him. I'm glad Neil's here. Okay, we need to zoom around to where the spire is. I think that's where the rest of the forces are.
Going down fast.
Double up. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's so odd.
Aratak? I didn't expect you to come all this way.
It's true I am a stranger in this green and snowless land. Aurea forgave the Karja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
There is no other way.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army? Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Are you starting to see why I do each and every side quest? While the rewards may not seem large in the moment, they hold massive weight here, now, for this mission, for this moment, for the end.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the Lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These Karja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
The Anointed?
Another day. War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed, either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys. Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit him like a hammer till he can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Obviously, we're gonna fast travel back, save some time, but this is it. We checked out our defenses. All of our allies are here. We're ready. Actually, I might run to the bathroom before we start, just so I can concentrate better. I'm gonna do that while we load in and bask in the ambiance of Meridian.
Get out of the streets. The enemy.
The army's near the city. We're trapped now. The only way out is victory.
Another attack on the city? What did we do to deserve this?
Okay, let's do a quick check for Sobek journals before we move. Oh gosh, so much. Yep. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus Wichita Salient. 5 or 6 days more and I think Gaia would have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse, absolute bedlam, every team rushing to stabilize core code and lock it down before Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. I felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still, tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do, so they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And yeah, such a close thing makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the life could hinge on one coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If, at least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle site, so it's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really, really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate, raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia. One generation only. Update. That was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive, for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. Phew. It's freaking heavy.
Always be work for me.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road. Fine goods for a fair price.
I hate these dynamic markers. Figure out what you're doing.
Boland's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
We're not gonna be any more ready. Rest before the battle. No way back.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire!
Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out. No! Rally the Vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
Too close!
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then.
Sorry, ally.
Why do you fight? The end is inevitable. Accept it. Accept it.
Cannot hide from me.
Alright, just me and you, Helis.
Only endless night awaits you.
It's giving way!
Oh, dang! See, this is why we upgrade our weapons.
Chosen. This was not meant to be.
You're done. Hades is next.
The buried shadow will save me. I cannot. Ah!
Dang. Actually, that was probably one of the fastest. I think that's the fastest I've ever done that fight. I'm proud of myself. Whee! Oh, that's bad. We're in danger.
Meridian, hold the line!
Where do you need me?
Take up a cannon on the platform.
Stop want to be here when that hits in my city.
From the west!
Hi, Munchkin Man. That's what we have.
beware!
Chance to catch a breath. I'm prepared.
Alright, I think we're doing pretty good so far. We managed to avoid a majority of the missile shots that have gotten at us, so that's pretty lucky.
Raise arms again! West!
Yeah, didn't one of us?
Oh, they're moving a lot faster this time.
It's taking a shot at me!
Ooh, that one got us. But it's okay. Got the shield beater. Glad we picked it up.
Incoming! Gotta drop it and move!
Oh no, it's the second one that paused. Please no.
Take cover from the Deathbringer!
Nice job, everybody.
Gotta get to another platform!
Hey, buddy, I need to get off my computer, okay? Hey, buddy. Get on.
Now it's that. Time to go!
Buddy, I'm gonna take your spot. Okay, that's just rude.
It's taking a shot at me! Incoming! Ah!
Aloy! Aloy! Aloy!
Tab?
By all, Mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they...
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Tab. I've gotta go.
This is where I belong, Aloy. But the spire calls for you.
Aloy, go!
Charge!
We'll draw them. Now you face their true son, shadow demons.
I will answer your challenge. My strength is not yet spent. I earned it by ice and snow. My strength is not...
It's begun. Hades is transmitting. If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses. Nora, Aaron's vanguard. I have to get up there. Gotta keep going. Keep pushing. Knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
Aloy! It's Aloy! Well, you can see that.
We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right? Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should stock up. Last chance.
Oh, there was a way down there. Mm.
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
Alright, time for the big fight.
Get ready! It's a death thing!
Stay out of the way. Oh wait, I have these kind of arrows. Ooh, big fire.
Look out, it's brought in reinforcements.
Take them out first!
I get it, okay. I'm gonna need that cannon off your back, sir. Okay. We be strong.
Intensify aggression.
Please don't.
Let me ease up.
I'm getting knocked around here!
On it.
Knew I could count on you.
You can't rely on Asaram steel.
Time I've got left. I can do this.
Another flight of machines! Are you ready? All of you, focus on the new machines!
That's it. My way's clear.
Finish it, Aloy! Finish it
System
now!
threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Master Override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging Extinction Protocol.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Wow. I'm not crying, you're crying. No, it's okay, we're both crying. And that's fine, because what an amazing story. It gets me every time just how wild it is. The whole design of the world, the tribes, the people, the cauldrons, Gaia, everything, all of it is amazing. The gameplay can be a little bit difficult at times. It's hard to master for sure. I understand why I and many others struggled to play this game, but it is worth playing every time. This will be my 12th or 13th playthrough, and I haven't ever regretted a single one. Every single time I am moved by the story, by the characters, the side quests, the final battle is always amazing, so much fun. It's worth every hour I spent on it. And I appreciate you spending it here with me as well. I would like if you stuck around until after the cutscenes. Maybe there is or until after the credits, because maybe there is a cutscene after the credits. Maybe, possibly. I also will be playing the credits all the way through of every game I play, because major fucking shout outs to every single name that pops up. Every single person who worked on this game did an amazing job. They've created an amazing story. I cannot... Give me a second. I can't explain to you how ready I am to get into the second game. The next time I stream, that is exactly what we will be doing. We will be playing the sequel, Horizon Forbidden West. Mostly because, while I do love this game, because the story moves me, it is a bit of a struggle to play through it after Horizon Forbidden West came out, and the game mechanics were so much better. The dialogue scenes and the cutscenes were so much more fluid and beautiful and alive. It makes it a little bit hard to take a step back, kind of, into the gameplay of Horizon Zero Dawn. But like I said, it's the story, it's the characters. They push me through it every single time. It's the same thing with the original Red Dead Redemption. In comparison to games these days, ew, that thing is a struggle. But the story helps me through that struggle every time. I will be playing that, by the way. It and the technical prequel, because of the way it's set up, I will be doing Red Dead Redemption 2 before I do Red Dead Redemption. Oliver, Mr. Munchkin Man, do not jump on the TV. Do not. He's gonna do it anyway. Sir! He can't have nice things. See, you messed up the sound bar. But it's just... I think we did a pretty good job. I think this might have been one of my fastest playthroughs that I've ever done. I'm trying to fix the soundbar. But I think this might have been one of the fastest playthroughs I've ever done. That was definitely, without a doubt, probably the quickest I've ever done that Helis fight. That was pretty freaking cool, not gonna lie. Normally I struggle with it very, very hard. Even with my triple shots and an upgraded bow and my skill upgrades, I've struggled with it before. Maybe I'm just getting better at the game. I mean, it's possible. Dozens of playthroughs will do that to you. Sir, play nicely. He's just being such a menace. So I have 4 cats. 3 of them are girls. One of them, the longest I've had for 9 years. One I've had for 4, another for 2.5, and then our most recent one we've only had for 8 or 9 months, give or take. But all of my eldest are girls. They lived very happily and comfortably. The house had a nice bit of energy in it, but not too much. We had some nice quiet moments. Everyone got along together. And then I went and I adopted this little orange heathen. And he has just thrown everything out of whack. He bothers every single girl in the house. He is constantly getting just in their business, even when they're like, chicken over here. My little chunky chicken. Yes. She was just laying over here next to me being nice and quiet. And she's all comfy, and he has to just get over there and get in her face and start like biting on her and just be rude and start stuff. And like, you try to tell him no. The girls definitely tell him no. They smack him and they hiss and they do all the things that cats are supposed to do to teach a kitten manners. But he's orange. He's orange. He has 1 brain cell. And it only pays attention to what is most interesting at the time. That's it. Like, if he's doing something he's not supposed to be doing, all you have to do is scratch on the couch, and he's like, oh my gosh, sound. And he comes running over there. But you can't actually teach him anything. I've been trying, because, like, my girls are smart girls, and, like, some of them had to be taught manners. Totoro had to be taught manners. Chicken had to be taught manners. Heidi's perfection. She's my best baby. But I taught Heidi how to sit and lay down and roll over. So like I could teach him manners. I've been trying to, but he's orange. That's it. That's the gist of it. So if you have watched this playthrough, every single time you've heard me say Munchkin Man, Oliver, what are you doing, buddy? And you've heard my microphone get eaten. It's him. It's always him. Every time. But it's hard to be mad about it, because as I'm sitting here complaining about him, he is finally calmed down a little bit, and he's gotten himself comfy right across from me on one of my jackets, and he looks so cute. He's in a little bitty pumpkin loaf, and he has the cutest little face, and he's got a little bow tie on, and I love him. There's not a single thought behind those eyes, and I love him. I would say, man, these credits are long, but if you've ever played Red Dead Redemption 2, no game credits are long after Red Dead Redemption 2. That's something I'm gonna have to take into account actually when I play the game, is when I'm ready to end it, I have to take into account the over 45 minutes of credits. They put good music in though, so like we'll have a bop. I think we'll be able to bop along to it. I don't know. It depends on like copyright situations and stuff like that. I'll see what I can do. But like we'll be able to bop along to it. If I'm not allowed to play the Red Dead music, then I'll find some like free music and we'll still bop. Because like I said, major respect. Major respect. Also, I always love to see in movies, TV shows, games, stuff like that, when they do production babies, and you see how many people had babies during the production of everything, it can really show you how long time was spent into this. Also, if you watch like new movies that come out and stuff like that, you'll notice that production babies are less and less. There's usually only about a handful of production babies now. And that could either be because less people are having children, which is their choice, by all means, or it could be because it takes less time to make movies. It could be a combination of the two. But when you see Red Dead's production babies, that is a long, long list because they spent a very long time working on Red Dead Redemption 2, and it shows. Thank you for playing. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Guys, I did it. I streamed my first game to completion. We're gonna skip these credits though. I'm proud of me, and I'm proud of y'all. Oh, cutscene.
Hello, old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
Silence. Why? Why are you like this? But it's a nice setup for us to go into the second game, for us to start the Frozen Wilds. Let me load back in. I would do my outro. Actually, if I have a fast travel pack, if I have a fast travel pack, because I'm not sure if I do, and if I can make one, we're gonna run to Ross' grave, because once again I forgot to visit him before the final battle. Yeah, I suck. But we're gonna run to Ross' grave, get that dialogue real quick, and then we'll end. And that will be the end of Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah. I feel bad. I've just completely forgotten about Rost in this playthrough. I've been so good about, like, considering him and visiting him in every playthrough. Ah, congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow, prior to the final battle of Meridian. Keep all the loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Additionally, New Game Plus has been unlocked, granting the option to play the game again from the beginning, with all the loot and skills you've accumulated throughout this playthrough. A new game loadout of your current inventory and skills has been created. To play this mode, simply choose the New Game Plus option in the main menu. You can also create new loadouts via the pause menu. Thank you for playing the Horizon team. Neat. So let's check real quick, and we could just unmark that. Let's see if we can't fast travel. I don't have a fast travel pack. Let's see if we can make one. I don't have space. Let's see if we can clear some. I'm why we can't have nice things, but we've learned this already. Let's fast travel to Ross and get the dialogue that we should have had before the fight, but we will have now. And then we will say goodbye. Not forever. Just for now. I'm not sure when I'm going to stream. Let's see, what is today? Wednesday. Okay, so Thanksgiving's coming up. And like for some people, Thanksgiving's cool and fun and all, but holidays actually really stress me out. It's actually why I wasn't streaming these last few days, is because like my anxiety has just thrown my sleeping schedule out of whack. I'm anxious because of Thanksgiving. So not sure. I definitely won't be able to stream for Thanksgiving Day.
To think he built all this alone. So many memories. It's not home anymore. Not without Rost. There's nothing for me here anymore.
But depending on like how I mentally recover, socially recover, I might be able to stream Thanksgiving night. If not, then I will, you know, we have Friday and the weekend and stuff. There are other days I will stream. We will play. It will happen, don't worry.
Hi, Rost. A lot has happened. So, I went inside the mountain. Do you remember the night before the proving? The final lesson you taught me? You said I needed to serve a purpose bigger than myself. Well, it couldn't get much bigger. It's the same purpose that drove Elizabeth and Gaia when they were willing to die for. So yeah, I'll do it. Give myself to that. For Elizabeth, and Gaia, and for you. I've got what I need to destroy Hades. The Master Override. Now all I have to do is drive it into Hades' skull, so no problem there. The final battle will be fought at Meridian. Hades will come for the Spire, and I'll be ready. I found out how Elizabeth died. She sacrificed herself, as you might expect. Said something about going home. I wonder where that was for her. If I ever find out, I'd like to go there. See it myself. Assuming I actually survived the battle at Meridian, of course. Which, let's face it, is... well... who knows? Well, I'll try to come back if I can, but... I guess this might be it. Thank you, Rost. Thank you for everything.
Man, I feel bad for forgetting. But it is what it is. So that's it. That was Horizon Zero Dawn. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you.
Alone.
Yes, yes. It's so many memories. It's not the same without Rost.
It's not home anymore. Not without Rost. There's nothing for me here anymore.
There really isn't. Because we finished the game. And I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for taking the time out of your day to spend it with me and to spend it with this game and the beauty that it is. I can't wait to start the next game. We will do that in a couple of days. In a day or so. We'll see. But until then, I shall see you next time. Thank you. And goodbye.